Good morning, fellas. Nice to see you.
Oh yeah, how's it going?
Nice to meet you, Peter.
Doing all right. So it's not every pulse-pounding thriller that opens with a Jane Austen quotation, but Don't Tell a Soul does, with the words
Oh.
that establish the theme, what strange creatures brothers are, right? So let me see if I have this right. Finn, you have two older sisters and a younger brother, right?
Two older sisters and an older brother.
And an older brother. And Jack, you have a younger brother, is that right?
Yes.
So, how would you guys describe the brotherly relationships in your own lives, the dynamic in the film, and how they informed each other, if at all?
Me and my brother grew up. We're very close in age. There's only there's a year and a half between us. So we grew up really close. But I think it's kind of just natural that with your brother, when you grow up that close in age, you just fight. We fought all the time. Like I don't know, it's just sort of part of being a kid. I think is that you push the boundaries a bit, and we definitely did. But I think if anything, I was more the Joey of that relationship because I'd push it too far or something, and then I'd just see something switch in his eyes, and I'd awesome, I just like and just wait for whatever was happening to be over as he like punched me or whatever it was. Lovely guy, really nice guy. Now we get on very well. We were kids, but yeah. So that kind of I drew a lot of parallels from that. But the difference is that Joey and Matt's relationship, they should have grown out of that by now, particularly Matt. Matt is like 18, 19, and he's kind of, he's clearly closer to a man than he is to a boy. He's beating his brother. It's brutal. But it's kind of one of the things that I really enjoyed when I read the script for the first time is how shocking it is and how shocking the scenes are. Yeah.
And Jack?
Yeah, I beat up my 1-year-old brother all the time. He's a little bitch. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know. I don't really know. So I'm pretty new to being a brother. It's a pretty new experience for me. I was an only child the majority of my life. But he's great. This little baby. He's really nice, and he's only a year old, like I said. So I don't really know him. But he bubbles, and he's learning how to talk, kind of. He's crawling around, and it's really fun when he's crawling around. I'll jump off the couch and elbow him. Yeah. No. But no, I want to agree with Finn on the thing about on how I'm familiar with that kind of dynamic. Maybe not personally, but I'm familiar with it. I feel yes. It's unnerving that they haven't grown out of this stage yet. Like Matt should be a little more, maybe mature is the wrong word, but just empathetic.
Just a bit less violent, really.
Yeah, and less less childish. He thinks that he I don't know. So that's really cool to see on screen. That weird dynamic of it's just actually just two people now beating each other, fighting.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that too, because I think your character is also, he reads a little bit younger than he is in a way. He's a bit naive. And I wonder if did you guys talk a lot about the backstory there and how that, altered your maybe path of normal development as young guys in this, growing up without a father. Obviously that's kind of, the Rainn Wilson character becomes a sort of cracked father figure to you. What were some of the discussions like about your character's pasts?
It was kind of it was a given that the father figure was clearly abusive, and it hinted that he had a problem with alcohol. And that caused him to be violent. And so I think that informs the whole character of Matt. I think that is I think that he is. It's like a monkey see, monkey do thing. You know, he's really just doing what he has seen and how he's been sort of raised to believe a man should be, which is violent and kind of domineering, like, you know, dominating and powerful, or what he thinks is powerful. You know, so I think it's that kind of that pain and that trauma of what's happened to him before. That's how I always saw it for the backstory for me, was that he had kind of like borne the brunt of the violence from his father, and is then sort of regurgitating that because he hasn't had anyone to teach him anything different or show him that there's another way to be, or even just to let him speak or vent at all. You know, I think it's quite like important to be able to empathize with your character when you're kind of approaching something. So for me, that was where I found the empathy for the character, because when it comes to the writing, there was not a lot to go on, you know, in terms of being able to find any kind of sympathy for him. He is pure, like, vile and like venom from the get-go. So that is kind of how I felt I could humanize him and bring him into a real world kind of perspective.
Mm-hmm. Jack, I'll give you a different question. I'm going to promote hashtag Skate to Donate for you, which is a great cause for the holiday season. But
Oh, wonderful!
But I'll do that offline. But the more relevant cause this morning is Stomp Out Bullying. You know, another organization that you work with that people should check out. And you know, you guys should do a cross promotion in character actually for Stomp Out for Bullying.
Yeah.
Did Finn stay in sadistic character on set, or were you able to chill chummily between setups?
We chilled pretty chummily, but it did feel like a kind of a brotherly dynamic. It might, like, without the like violence that Matt and Joey find themselves in, but no, because we were like we're aware of that, but you know. It felt like an older brother, younger brother dynamic, because I was pretty I don't know, inexperienced, and I feel like Finn kind of, like, not only on set but just like in life, like, showed me the ropes as like a brother would do.
Not as Matt would do, just to clarify.
No, not as Matt would do. Not
no.
as Matt would do. No, Matt would never do that. Matt would, like, just separate completely.
Yeah.
But I feel like Finn as a brother would do stuff. So that's really cool, because I've never had a brother, so it was really cool that, like, have that experience with him.
Did either of you guys? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was, yeah, definitely. I think we kind of, it was like it's like happened by osmosis. Like, I'm not like I don't consider myself a method actor or whatever. So I wasn't, you know, like, in between takes, like breathing heavy and punching walls. But I think when you spend that amount of time playing brothers or playing whatever relationship you have with an actor, it's only natural that you start to sort of like bond in that way, you know, not like violently, but yeah. Also, Jack was like, I was probably the second youngest person on set. I think because I was 21 or 22, but Jack was 15, and so I was like the missing link, you know, between Jack and all the oldies. So we kind of bonded like that, I think.
Well, both of you guys started by doing theater, and Finn, you have musicians in your immediate family. I'm wondering if do you sing, Finn?
In the shower. I did in school. I did a bit of singing in school, but then my voice dropped, and all of a sudden I found that my voice was cracking when I went to hit the high note in like Stevie Wonder songs and stuff. I used to be in a soul band in school.
What?
But, yeah, I used to be in a soul band in school, and I used to sing covers of I Wish and Papa's got a brand new bag and stuff like that. Really embarrassing.
That's awesome.
But I don't really sing anymore, to be honest. I love singing. I think it's great. But.
And Jack, I saw you nodding there. You came up doing musical theater. That was where you caught the bug, right?
Yeah.
What's your musical theater jam? If you could pick any part in a movie musical, what would it be?
Ooh, Jean Valjean from Les Miserables. That's who I'm gonna play. Or like Thénardier, that's my favorite musical. Or Matthew Broderick in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. I love musical theater.
Nice. So I'm running out of time here. I'll just ask you guys about, you've got some interesting upcoming projects. Finn, you've got Voyagers coming out, which is in the can, right?
Yes, it is. It's I'm not sure when it's being released. It's kind of, the release is sort of moving around because of obvious reasons. Things going on in the world right now, which are a bit bigger than that. So I'm not sure when that's coming out, but it is ready to go, and I have seen the edit.
Nice.
It looks really good.
And Jack, you're supposed to shoot the Shazam sequel, Fury of the Gods, next year sometime, right?
Yeah, but who knows? I was supposed to shoot it this year or last year or something, or like in the summer. Well, it's anticipated that it's going to come out in 2023. So, yeah, we'll probably be shooting this year.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are staying safe and staying sane. It's a pleasure to talk with you, and I wish you the best of luck with Don't Tell a Soul.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Stay well.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks.
Thanks, Peter.